Hello all, I am Travis, and today we're starting a new playlist here at Tpull's Corner. This is the one gaming related thing I want to cover that is not specifically Magic the Gathering oriented, but I'll still make some Magic comparisons. So I'm doing something new. I'm recording this straight from my phone all the time before I've been at my computer. I'm just going to record it, upload it straight to YouTube. We'll see how it goes. I'll rely on your feedback to let me know if I did well or not. Now, I play a number of mobile games, and so every now and then I plan to add to this list and give you a taste of what these other games are like, starting with the newest one I started playing, Marvel Snap. It's been in development for 3 years. I believe it had a long beta test, and I think the official release date was back in January of this year, 2023. I'm a little late to the game because I thought I was already full up on games, but it turns out I can handle one more if it's good. Here, the center green, the level, 4,191. You just climb a ladder. And since I'm came late to the game, I came months later. There's people that are like level 10,000, level 25,000, that kind of thing. So I'm kind of a little chick compared to a lot of other people right now. But I gotta say, the advertisements for this game didn't grab me. And then I saw a video of the gameplay, and that didn't grab me. I wasn't impressed. But somebody told me it was their favorite new game, and I'm a big comic book fan, so I had to take the plunge. And let me tell you, this is a fun game. So I will start a match and explain as I go, but because of my own experience, because I'm not certain this is a game that's attractive in terms of watching a stream of it, I want your feedback on this. So at the end of the gameplay, leave a comment when you're done with the video. Let me know if seeing the gameplay was persuasive or not. But because of that, I want to tell you up front before we start, this is one you really should try out for yourself and see if you like it. I like Marvel Comics, so I like the flavor of the game. If this was composed of generic unknown characters, maybe I wouldn't even bother. But the actual gameplay combined with my familiarity with every character makes this a home run hit for me. Okay, so the goal is of each match is to take over at least 2 of 3 locations. There's always 12 cards in your deck, always 6 turns to a match, and then you add up your points at each location. You win 2 or 3 locations, you win the match. And I'm playing with deck 1. And they redid the design recently, so they start off with your most recent deck, not the deck you're using. But I'm going to hit the edit thing here, so it'll pop up the deck. And you can see up at the top, you've got the 12 cards. And they've got some fun things you can do for, I could make any one of these my deck sleeve. They've got fun titles that you can add to that are all pretty amusing, that kind of thing. And of course, we've got emotes. Okay. So if I wanted to adjust the deck, I could remove from deck any one of these and then page through my collection and add the next card that I wanted to. I'm going to stick with the default deck that they gave you and just go right into play. You get 1 energy on turn 1, 2 energy on turn 2, 6 energy on the last turn 6. And the default deck they give you it's well designed to teach a newcomer. I should lose because I'm level 4,000, so at this point we've got other more powerful cards, and my opponent is under no such restraints. They might be using stuff. First location gave us all a bunch of rocks, so we can skip our turns, and I'll just end the turn without casting something. Normally, you want to use Quicksilver, okay? Just like Magic, you have a mana curve. It's best to use up every erg of energy you can to be effective. So Quicksilver's special ability is to always show up first, so it guarantees you can play something on turn 1. However, on turn 2, we get revealed the second location. So it's turn 1 is first location, turn 2 is second, and all 3 locations are revealed by turn 3. And you can see in the bottom right, the timer's going. It's halfway gone. I can't really rope here. There's not as much chance for that kind of roping. But I have 2 energy, so I can play 2 cards because I got 2 that cost 1 each. Misty Knight doesn't have an ability, so I'm going to play those 2 there. And you see I took a long time, so it started to glow red around the frames. But 1 cost cards here have 2 power, so I'm going to get a power increase on the upper right of these cards. Instead of 2 power each, they're worth 4 power each at this specific location.
Live from the Daily Bugle.
They have sound effects. Get a copy of a card in your opponent's hand. They have Cyclops. I'm not going to play Cyclops. I'm going to play Mr. Fantastic. He's got an ability that's always on. Adjacent locations have +2 power. So if I played him to the right, like I can pull this back just by pulling back on me. Actually, you hit the 0 down in the middle, undo all actions, puts it right back in your hand. If I put it down here on the 3rd location, the middle location will get +2. But it's more efficient because you get +2 to each adjacent location. It reminds me a little bit of chess. you want to seize control of the center, you generally have an advantage. Even in this game, getting control of center can have certain advantages. So that's my turn 3. I used up all 3 energy. And you'll see the special effects where he gives 2 power. Magic is a special card. This changes things. Watch the lower right. Instead of playing 3 out of 6, Magic gives you a 7th turn, which means they want things to go. So when we go to 7th turn, we will have 7 energy, something to be aware of. What am I going to do next? I think we just go ahead and we play Cyclops on one of these locations. You like his little special effect there? Let's go left. Opponent keeps playing center. And every card that he plays has some sort of special ability as well. Okay, so Abomination for 5 gives us 9 power. I'm going to play for all 3 locations. I'll put that to the right. So there's each of these locations has a global effect. And the locations are always different for each match. They're randomly generated, and they all have different effects, ensuring every match is unique. Plus, they're constantly making new ones all the time. Okay, so we want to go ahead and play a powerful card. We're going to have another turn after this. So let's go ahead and play Max Out with the Hulk. Give us 12 power to the left. Yeah, he does.
Wakanda forever!
Wong allows Black Panther to repeat, and Black Panther's ability is to double his power. So they've tied us on the left right now. If I play us here and I play Iron Man, Iron Man's got a special ability. He can double the total power. So let's try that. We're playing 2 locations. We're going to double, so we're going to add 18 to the left. We're going to add 2 plus 3 because Medusa has this on reveal. On reveal for magic users is basically an enter into the battlefield effect. So she's going to be 5. So we're adding a total of 23 power to the field, and they still have 0 on the right. And if I was confident, I could tap this cube up in the center. That's what we're playing for, and we can make it worth double. But like I said, this is the starter deck. I'm just going to end the turn, see what they do. I have priority. You can tell because my Tpull label is glowing on the upper left. Oh, he beat me.
Wakanda forever!
Black Panther's ability to double power. This is a special combo that you can do with Wong, Arnim Zola, and Black Panther. And my opponent won 2 cubes. I won the left location, but I lost the 2 right. Yeah, you have to watch out for that combo. When you see Wong and Black Panther, you should suspect Arnim Zola's coming up. But even though I was defeated, you see the cubes go down. I'm at level 75 there. I still got some boosters for Cyclops, the little like electrons you see at the bottom, that allows me, if I have enough boosters, I can go ahead and upgrade the card. And that's the game. That's how the game goes. So, how do I want to say this? The effects of the locations and the effects of the individual characters, that's where the rules break. Just like, every card in Magic breaks the rule in some way. And that's where the fun is. So this is a mobile design game, and I'm glad Magic has supported a mobile version, but I only use Online Arena on my phone when I need my 15 wins and I can't be at my PC with its bigger monitors. Magic was designed first as a physical collectible card game you play across the table, so they've got some limitations, I think, that they have to stick with. And I'm certainly willing to live with those, but Snap was designed specifically for mobile, so their energy system is clear and consistent. It's fair to both players. We know that Magic has problems with lands, right, for being fair. And both players declare their moves at the same time and affect the playing field at the same time. Instead of power and toughness, there's only one number for points. So we'll go into my collection here. We'll pop up a card. Here's Infinite. 6 is the energy cost. 20 is the power and toughness. It's all just combined into one. Now, it's interesting to note for Magic, the head designer for Wizards of the Coast, Mark Rosewater, said if he were making Magic today, he would move Magic's mana cost to the left as well, thinking at first mostly just fanning out your cards in your hand to be able to see all the mana costs, but for other reasons as well. So 30 years of game design, they've learned a lot, and Mark Rosewater probably has a list of like 20 items by now that if he were making Magic from scratch today, he would do differently that he thinks would be better. But there are certain things that, because of tradition, because of the way they've done them for so many years, they're kind of locked in where they are. Now, I should note that Marvel Snap has released a desktop version of the game that allows them to use the extra space of the computer monitor to show you the cards in your deck, what cards are in your hand, and what cards are still yet buried deep in your deck. And they also can show you a sort of list of your opponent's cards as they play them. And they have duels as well. So let me show you here the joystick. You click on game modes. You can do this conquest mode where you do sort of a best of 3. And so it's better to play at the computer if you're having trouble keeping track of your opponent's cards, because at the computer, they can show your deck list and what you know of your opponent's deck list. And in the second round, say your opponent played 6 cards, you'll see those 6 cards at the beginning of the next round, and you only have 6 question marks. As they play new cards, it's added and revealed so that you have a better idea to keep track of what your opponent's played, what they've still got coming up, and how it might impact the play. But I mostly play on my phone still with this. And what I want to do is just sort of go through the design of the game and talk about how well they designed it as a mobile version. Let's see, what else do I want to say? I want to say Snap is designed to be quick and repeatable. Now, I know Magic is riddled with mono-red aggro that kills you in 4 turns, but you can also have a lot of long, dragged-out battles accompanied with a ton of roping. Your snap timer is much shorter, as you saw, and normally, unless they play Magic, which gives you a 7th round, there is also one location that says there'll be 7 rounds, Limbo, that says there'll be 7 rounds in the game. Other than those 2 exceptions, 6 rounds and you're done fast, and you want to play again. It's very addictive. It's so easy to just hit that play button again right after you got out of one match. And I've got to say, I invited some people to join the game, and one of them said she got so addicted that she was playing for 3 hours straight. Her boyfriend got mad because she hadn't been fixing dinner, that kind of thing. And when he found out she played the game, he was warning her because he's like, I should have told you to delete that game. It's too addicting, that kind of thing. So people that are getting into it are really seeming to like it a lot. So let me go into the collection that I have. And I've got this arranged by upgradable. And I've already upgraded Colossus to the max, so if I click on this rainbow thing, it's going to give me another variant background for him. So what you can do is you can sort the cards. I'm going to go by quality. And here we have these cards. Let's do America Chavez, okay? She's got Energy 2, she's got Power 3. On reveal, the top card of your deck also gets +2 power. And they have a new feature I should mention, this Make Me a Deck in the center. Let's say you just got this card. I did this for Baron Murdo. You can say, make me a deck. It'll take the one card that you told it about, and it will sort of do this artificial intelligence, look through your collection, and recommend an entire deck based on that one card. It'll add in all the rest of the 11 cards, and it'll give you a deck and say, here, we think this is the best deck among the cards that are in your collection. Or you can also, if you have an idea for a theme for a deck and you have like 6 cards in, you can hit the button and it will fill in the gaps of the final 6 cards for you with its own recommendation. So that's the newest feature of the game. But you can see the dot to the bottom right, the red dot. You can upgrade the card. This is the very first level. We're going to upgrade the card to uncommon. We use 25 of the cubes and 5 boosters.
Frame break.
And now her fist is punching through the frame. It increases my level. When I get enough points on my level, I'm going to get a prize. Now we go from uncommon to rare.
"3D."
3D. And this is why I want to show you the upgrade, is because the way that they chose to do this, it was designed for mobile. That's only the size of your phone, right? And it's vertically. So there's not a lot of space here. So what they did with the upgrades is they put digital layers on top. So they kind of found a third direction, right? Instead of just length and height. I don't know if you want to call this width, or if you want to call it 3D itself or what, but I thought this was pretty ingenious. There's a limited footprint of what you can do in a mobile game, and so it's kind of hard to see some mobile games or get the details out of them. Here they did the upgrades of the cards as just digital layering new stuff on top that I think is a really nice gameplay aspect. Here we get a prize, 10 Sentry boosters, so now we could maybe upgrade Sentry. Okay, now we're going to go to Epic. Costs more now. Animated. And now you can kind of see the debris that she punched out of the frame of the card is floating around. Nice. Collector's Reserve, what do we get? We get a new title that we can give to our deck, Future Mrs. Man-Thing. This is very tongue-in-cheek for all their titles. It's pretty cool. Upgrade card to Legendary. Here we go.
Shiny logo.
Shiny logo. And we now have a shiny logo on the card. Okay, they can't all be golden, but we'll take it. Okay, we get 50 credits. We can use those credits. Okay, we can't go past Ultra for her. Let's go... What about Lady Deathstrike? No. Let me change the arrow for quality. And just kind of want to go find one real quick that maybe I haven't upgraded that I can. That will go to the higher ones. Here we go. Okay, this one's already at the level 4. I'm going to max this as high as I can go. I'm going to upgrade the card to Infinity. Costs 500 credits and 50 boosters.
Infinity.
Da-da-da. Okay, we get 10 levels for that. We get boosters, Juggernaut boosters. We get more credits. And we get a Spotlight key. Use Spotlight keys to open caches. This is a way that you can get more cards. And you can see I now have 3 of my Spotlight keys saved up. So I could get 3 of the 4 prizes. You can see from the Zero Lock that I've opened up nothing this time. That's because I already have Jeff. This is just alternate art. And I already have Man-Thing. So the only one I could get that would be new would be Stegron. It's not good odds. They do have the 4th one would be a random card. Maybe I would have it, maybe I wouldn't. So in about 4 days, they're going to shake that up and they're going to offer new cards as part of the Spotlight. And so I'll just save up my Spotlight keys until I have, at least 2 cards for sure that I don't possess already. Because I don't want tokens, I want new cards. So there's a couple of different ways you can get the new cards. You can do it with the Spotlight key or these Collector's Reserves. The Collector's Reserves give you different prizes. Sometimes it's a new card slave, sometimes it's a new title, sometimes it's just more credits, and other times it's a brand new creature, brand new character. So for example, when I alter my collection here, I'll sort by newest. I was doing stuff earlier today, and I go to the top here, and these are the first ones they give you. So I change the arrow, sort the cards. There, I just got Drax today. Energy cost 4, power 6 on a reveal. If your opponent played a card here this turn, that means at that same location as you add 2 to the power. So it would turn into a 4-8. It would turn into an 8 power card. So not bad at all. I'm going to have to add that to my Guardians of the Galaxy deck. But that's most of it in a nutshell. They've got different things here. You just have the settings in the upper left to change your volume and graphics quality. You've got your credits here that will take you to a shop. And you can hit this little legend up at the upper left to go look at things. You could spend gold. Gold is prizes that you also get when you win battles. You could purchase that for gold. Let's go next. The daily offer. This is mostly for you spend gold in order to get the variant artwork. Here's a Red Skull Venomized variant. Sentry. Dan Hip variant for the Null card. All very cool. And this is another reason why I like the game, because I like the Marvel characters. For one of the same reasons I like Magic the Gathering, I think. The artwork is a big draw for me. It's always beautiful artwork. With this, they're commissioning a lot of art from the actual Marvel Comics artists themselves. So if you want to put together a deck and change all the artwork to a bunch of Scotty Young variant artwork, then you can do that. So it's kind of fun in that sense as well. Tokens are another way that you can do to get new cards here. I've got 3,000, so I could buy Mirage if I wanted to. I'm going to try and save up because you see I don't have 6,000 yet, but some of them are more expensive than others. So they have tokens that you can spend to get cards as well. And then here you would spend credits if you wanted to just get boosters so you could upgrade the cards you already have. They have gold you can spend to get credits if you want. And then in order to get gold, you would actually spend hard-earned cash to various amounts. And then there's a Pearl bundle they're offering at the bottom for almost $100. You could get 12,500 credits and 155 boosters for 8 of your characters, which would be enough to max them all out, right? So, let's see, what else do we want to show you? We'll go ahead and move to the collection, show you the different ways that you can sort things. We can, if you're looking for the highest quality that you've already upgraded the card to, you can find that. If you want to look for, you only have a few cubes maybe to go ahead and upgrade, or a few boosters to upgrade, you can sort of look through the upgrade power. You can sort, if you're making a deck, you can sort by how much energy they cost or how much power they have. Or you can just do alphabetical order. Start with Abomination, or change the arrow and start with 0. So it goes from A to Z at your choice. You have a maximum of 20 decks. And you can see I've named all of mine. Here's half and half discard. Stature costs 1 if your opponent discards a card this game. Moon Knight, discard a card from player's hand. Gambit, discard a card and randomly destroy a random enemy card, that kind of thing. So, and I can adjust and edit these decks anytime that I want. And if you're on the computer, you can easily export these and just go to like a Marvel Snap page and export them there. And if I need to clear a room, what I do is I'll make a new deck a day or something, and I'll export one that's not performing well, but maybe I can come back and modify it later. And then I'll create an empty space among my 20 decks, and I'll just create a new deck. And so I have the default deck over on the right, and then on the left, this is the one built by AI Copy. So the newest card that I gotten was Baron Mordo. And I just went and I said, hey, make me a deck. And I put it in, and it populated it with all these other suggested cards. And it's performed really well, as a matter of fact. So that's been fun. Here, the center one takes you to the main. You can see on the left, you can punch up your decks again. On the right, you can punch up a different kind of ranked rewards that you get. So I'm up to level 75. I need to get to level 80 for the next one. And so the next reward would be Omega, and I would get this Sebastian Shaw avatar that I could use as kind of a deck sleeve type thing. And then if you get up to 100, you get to Infinite, and you get this fancy new card back. Over here, game modes. Here, as I said, they have the Conquest, which is kind of a best of 3 match. And it's kind of a ranked battle, so you can keep paying tickets and get on to the next level. And then they have their own shop with the medals that you get from that stuff. And they show you different things, how much things are going to cost, what you can get. They're on time block unlocked, so you don't have everything available right away. And then for the other thing in game modes, let's get out of the Proving Grounds for a sec. You also have friendly battles. So what I do is I'll create a game and I'll just send the code. They'll create a code. You can send it to whoever else you want to play with, and it won't be for it won't be ranked or anything like that. But if say your friend generates a code, sends it to you, then you can just click on join here and enter the code right there. And then you'll be matched up with your friend. So it's really easy just to have a fun game with your friend. And then over here they have the news with when they change up cards, when they debut new cards, when they have these new social media aspects that they're doing. You've got your own inbox for when they want to send you an email. And of course they develop some different things that you can watch that are kind of cool as well. And then over here on the top right, we have the missions. I've done all the missions for the day, but they'll have different things where they say like, oh, we want you to play 10 on reveal cards and we'll give you extra credits. Or, win 4 times in a row with Cyclops in your deck and you'll get 100 gold, that kind of thing. You see here they just introduced Sebastian Shaw, so the time limited, if you win with Sebastian Shaw starting in your deck, you'll get 150 for the prize. And then the final reward they have is over here on the left, the season pass. If you wanted to pay the premium for the month, I believe it is, you could pay $9.99 and you get all of the prizes. What I do, since I'm a free-to-play player, some of those things you get. So you get high enough level and you just climb the numbers and you get these different prizes. And you see there's some things that are still locked. So I don't have the Professor X avatar. I don't have Sebastian Shaw himself. I didn't pay to get Shaw. So you pay the $9.99 and you can get the cards. You can get all of these extra other additional goodies all the way through. And you see it seems to go on forever. And I've seen different commentary already on the economy of the game and if it's good, if it's mediocre, if it's bad. I'm of two minds about it. On one sense, since I haven't spent any money, I'm progressing at a pretty rapid clip and there's always a new card ready and waiting for me. And this is part of what's exciting about the game. They give you a certain number of cards to start with. And when somebody beats you with a new card, if they play a new card, it'll freeze the game and showcase that card and say, hey, here's something you've never seen before yet. And so what happens is you'll play with the cards you have. The computer will match you with somebody who's approximately the same level. But if they do happen to have a card you don't have, they'll show it off to you. And if they beat you with it, then you're just like, oh, I can't wait to get to the next level and for me to get that card for my collection. So it makes it a really interesting surprise when you get beaten by something you didn't even know was in the game. But it gives you something to look forward to say, oh, hey, these are cards that I can get in the future. And there are times when you're climbing up and getting rewards and it's like, oh, it seems like a while since I got a new card. And then you might get 2 or 3 in a row. And it's just kind of fun. It's always just that nice dopamine hit to get the new card for your collection. And I think that's about it. I think I've covered all the major points as far as the gameplay and the design and the way that they designed it. So we'll leave it there. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know, would you be interested? If I were to do a channel streaming my gameplay of Snap, I probably wouldn't do it here. I would probably open up another YouTube channel. So I'll kind of rely on feedback if there's any interest for that. I wouldn't mind doing that. But I don't want to waste my time if you guys don't want to see it. And other than that, go ahead and leave me a comment, leave me feedback on I'm getting to the end and I'm losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, on if the gameplay itself was interesting to you. What I found is that since I've been playing, I'm much more willing to sit and watch, say, the debut of a new card and somebody puts it in their deck. And I'm much more willing now and entertained to sit down and watch like a YouTube video of that than I was in the very beginning when I would have just had no interest at all. Now that I know how the game works, now that I know the intricacies of it, it's very good and captivating for me. So I don't mind watching YouTube video of Snap games just like Magic games now. All right, I think that's covered all the basics. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Remember, as always, like and subscribe. And next time, when I add to this playlist, we'll do one of the other mobile games. All right, thanks, everybody. Have a good one.